Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another round of Sunday Night Blood Bowl. Tonight's gonna be a bloody game as the rough and tough beastmen of the Wisconsin Devil Bats go up against the terrifying monsters of Durgle de Nurgle. It's brute force versus mutant menaces, tonight on Sunday Night Blood Bowl. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Blood Bowl.
Wow!
This is going to be a one riveting game. What are the teams going to be today, Eiley?
We haven't. Well, I mean, riveting as in both teams are winless, so it's just pure unadulterated murder.
Yeah, why do you think I said riveting?
That's fair.
Ball play?
Durgle to
What's
Nurgle
that?
and Wisconsin Devil Bats.
All right. Durgle de Nurgle, Wisconsin Devil Bats. Let's friggin' do this.
Okay, what the hell is wrong with this Minotaur? That is so unsettling. Guys, what did you do? Sports, what did you do to him?
What's wrong with him having tentacles?
Oh, you gave your Minotaur tentacles?
Also, one of my warriors as well.
I only gave one of my warriors tentacles. Steve naturally has tentacles, though, so, you know.
Yeah, now both of our big guys have tentacles.
Yeah.
Tentacles, which means it's gonna do absolutely nothing all game.
This will
God,
be interesting.
Isn't this mirror match gonna be great?
So yeah.
It's gonna be
Expect murder.
full of nothing.
If there's
and
no murder,
yeah.
I will be sad. And also, why does Nurgle's rot make rotters? I feel like if you kill a beast man, you just get a pest to go around of the deal.
So, do either teams have anything they would like to declare before we get this game started?
I'm
Whoever
getting
wins the
revenge.
coin flip is gonna be murdering the other team very well.
Yeah, I'm gonna get okay. I'm gonna get revenge for losing in the minors against him.
There you go.
Yeah. This is a revenge match, but this time it's recorded.
Haha. It's all on tape, so don't fuck up, or else we'll laugh at you about it forever. It's on
Well,
the
maybe.
internet. It's there forever now.
This is true. This is very true.
It's
Just
not
like
this
those
would be
videos
the,
I made in high school.
it wouldn't be the first time I fucked up on a video on this, but
Wouldn't be the first time
I
I
don't-
fucked up on the internet.
I don't want to know if I want to see Tristan's videos that he made in high school.
Well,
No,
not really
it was the group that, you know, friends who have been on the channel, the Ben's channel before, but not in Blood Bowl. When Sean and I and some other friends made videos doing a Castlevania series. I cringe, and I still go back and watch it every once in a while to remind myself to never be that again.
nothing
I
can
sent
be
you
worse
an
than the
invite
time I
video.
failed.
Hmm?
Nothing can be worse than the time I failed at going for it. That if I had succeeded would have resulted in a touchdown that would have won the game for me. So I challenge you to do worse this game, both of you.
Tristan, all I have to say is, I bet you go back and watch those because you're
Oh,
also
shit.
masochistic.
who's Igor?
Oh, no, that's just so I can reroll my regens.
Oh,
Yeah, it's an inducement for undead teams.
I was worried that it was just fucking something
No,
else.
it's not some star player. I never buy one of those.
I don't either.
Oh, it's on my field.
No.
Wait,
Done,
we have
done.
Aster Granite? Oh yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna fail at going for it for a touchdown that will result in a death. Well played.
Yeah. Excellent work,
No, what's
everybody.
going to happen is we're just gonna kill each other on this field.
Most
Yeah.
likely.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I fully expect the ball to become an afterthought.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
we
that's
don't plan on. If this game ends a 0-0 tie, we'll both be okay with that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I'd be perfectly fine with that outcome. Honestly.
I think the declaration from both coaches is ball play. What's that? Murder? Lots of that.
Hey, your Beastman has two heads too. It is a mirror match.
This
Ha
should be interesting.
Behold,
So-
Riley has two
everybody's
heads.
favorite episode of Sunday Night Blood Bowl, Spider-Man meme.
Oh,
So, Wiley, you think we should head
Oh
up to the
shit,
booth
he
before the
got- he
fans
got
start
the
rioting?
fucking-
I just don't want to get
he got
Nurgle's
the
rot,
coin
so yes.
toss. I got coin tossed.
Right, you can actually join on your own.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So
I can't
is the
drag
game-
you.
Is the game up yet? I'm not finding
Yeah, I
it on
got
my
it.
on my
Finally.
crystal.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure. I mean, like, Sports has the better lineup by nature of he doesn't have rotters.
Ah, there it is.
And
Getting it
rotters
on my
suck,
crystal now.
But
Yeah,
this is gonna be a weird match.
I don't know how to call this one. I really don't. Just, hey, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, come over here. Yeah, okay. Just hold still. Thank you. What, you never opened a beer off of a dwarf's nose?
No, I can't say I have.
Get with the times. Anyway,
Get
suffice
with
to
the
say,
times. Dwarf slavery.
it's not slavery. I slipped him a gold coin. Anyway, slightly racist comments aside, despite the fact that there may not be much ball play going on here, you gotta admit, the teams look fucking ready to kill.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I would never want to stand next to... What the fuck is that? Winston? Yeah, Winston.
Mm-hmm.
Claw's a pain in the butt. There's 2 tentacle players on each team. There's
Steve and
some-
Orgrimmar are gonna have one hell of a fight.
Yeah!
It honestly wouldn't surprise me if the first person to actually get a knockdown in that fight deals serious damage. Oh, and the kickoff.
Well, I mean, it's hard to do that when you have armor 9.
We got a high kick going. He's moving Nathan into position.
Good old Nathan. Nathan, you suck!
It does not come off, unfortunately, but hey, he's got 2 people near the ball anyway.
Yeah, it'll be
All
fine.
right.
Okay, so
So,
this is just gonna be a scrap. Like,
it definitely seems like they're going to prioritize combat before picking up the ball.
yeah, I mean, like, so there's 2 things
Tristan-
going on here. There's both teams having Chaos Warriors and both teams having big guys. I mean, they're not quite exactly Chaos Warriors, but oh no, you trade a point of movement and a point of agility on the Nurgle Warriors for your...
All right out the gate, succeeding on one of his 1-dies, managing a push on the second, getting the tentacled warrior Death a little further back, always a good thing.
Is that did he really name him Death?
Yes, he did, all caps. All right,
Wow,
Krynagor
he's really
hitting
angry.
Thomas with a successful knockdown. It's an armor break going into a stun.
Ow. For him.
Oof. Oh,
Oh, wait, no, Winston has blocked. He's fine.
all right,
Aw,
Winston
there's-
successfully blocks destruction.
Why is there... What? Like, I get it. You're mad that your Chaos
Oh.
Warriors die. We don't need to be an edgelord about it. Oh my god.
And there it is.
Get
it's a
him,
stun.
Steve!
And with that, the big beast of Nurgle, Steve, manages to not only stun, but he does do a piling on onto Orgrimmar. Nothing comes of it, but Orgrimmar is still stunned. It's just now Steve is also down.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Wait, hang on. I'm fine with the injury on Steve, preventing him from having 1 movement allowance. But smashed hip? You can't convince me that beast has a hip.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like... Does he
Alright,
have
so-
a hip? I mean, like, he clearly has, like, a bottom part of his... slugness.
Yeah, it's a nub. Alright, so Nathan manages to pick up the ball on the second try. He's moving it in. It seems like all the people on the front line have done their duty, so now Tristan's tasked with figuring out a way to keep the ball carrier good. It looks like he's going to try forming up a cage.
I'm not sure if you're supposed to cage this. I mean... Oh, God.
On the one hand,
I forgot about... I always forget about Paul.
on the one hand, you're probably right, but we need to remember, these are characters that are by no means going to try and throw the ball.
Murder time!
Oh, all right. Oh, a double push. All right, so Beard and Pestigor do have a bit of a scuffle, but all that results in it is Beard getting a bit closer to the edge.
I love the hilarious juxtaposition of, like, hyper edgelord Chaos Warrior names. And... Roger.
Oh.
Steve. Winston.
So Tendley Tusk coming in to help out Beard push back against Roger. Now a bit further
Roger,
in,
no.
safer from being surfed. Yeah, Sports is definitely going to have to deal with the harsh task of trying to rebuild the front line. His units are scattered, and having Orgrimmar stunned is doing him no favors, but it seems he's going for the blitz, going to hit Anthony, hoping for a domino effect.
Anthony,
And-
look out.
And Defender
Anthony
stumbles,
is
sure
fine.
enough. He gets it, which means Lorenzo's going to have to go up against 3 people. But foul appearance prevents death from closing in.
I don't know why
That's
it-
a sentence.
I don't know why it's called foul appearance. I think Lorenzo is beautiful. He's beautiful just the way he is. Okay? He's not ugly. Yeah, that was the problem. Death just... How can you hit that face? Like, look at how
Good question.
look at how pretty it is. You don't want to
Oh,
mess
hang
that
on.
up.
Oh, I see a skink vendor. Hey! Yeah, 2 please. Thank you. What? You never had fish bits? Fish bits are great, especially when they come from skinks.
I have. I'm trying to get a close-up on... Yeah, that face.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
It seems-
usually when I murder skinks, I make purses out of them.
I just capture them and ransom them for more fish bits. It's the snack. It's the snack that Nurgle's back.
Oh my gosh!
I'm eating them right now.
Huh.
With a nice, delicious Bloodweiser.
Mm.
Now with 20% more blood. Okay.
Where do you think
We're
they
on
get the
turn
blood
2.
from?
I like to hope they hire vampires to do the job, but I can never know for sure.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, so where do you think the vampires get it from?
Their victims.
That's reasonable.
Oof. All right, so out the gate, another stun. Destruction. The Chaos Warrior has been knocked down by Winston, a Nurgle warrior. Rather appropriate. Yeah, this is not looking good for the for the Minotaur, and well, just in general, it seems the Beastmen are going to have a rough time holding the line.
Yeah, this has not been... I mean, part of it is that they're down a Chaos Warrior, and you're playing 3 fresh Chaos Warriors against 4 leveled Chaos Warriors.
I think the Tentacles would be helping a lot more if this was a dodgy team they were up against.
Yeah, the Tentacles don't mean anything right now. I mean, like, it's still a good pickup, it's just not something that's very helpful. And why are they, like, bluish, teal...
I wouldn't be able to tell you. All I know is Disturbing Presence is definitely hindering the enemy team from having what could be pretty reasonable ball play. And it definitely seems like the more I look at this, even if they were rolling terribly, the Nurgle definitely have a bigger advantage on this end. But at this point, I guess that just means I'm looking more forward to if the Beastmen can pull out a win.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the Disturbing
Because-
Presence doesn't mess up pickups, which is nice. So, like, I mean, I don't think the Chaos team is going to ever throw that ball anyway, because, I mean, A, you don't normally do that unless except in really bad situations. And B, you're just really not going to try to do that.
Standard units looking on the Beastmen's side, it looks like this is just going to be a case of the Nurgle being slightly less capable, but having status effects to help them, versus the Beastmen just having brute force. And that a lot of that's going to be up to the dice.
I don't even think they can brute force their way through. You've got so much more block.
Yeah,
You have claws. You have
that is true.
guard on players. Like, this
honestly,
this is not an easy thing for. Like, this Nurgle team is just better than Chaos.
Oh.
Why would you take it going for it
Slip-a-dee-doo-dah.
on your own Astro Granite? I don't
I
understand.
wouldn't be able to tell you, but all I know is the only person that I've seen. Oh, the only person I've ever seen fuck up that bad on a going for it is me. All right, so brief situational awareness for those who cannot see or choose not to see the game. The cage has moved up to the front line. The top right-hand corner of it is unfortunately tripped and stunned itself on the Astro Granite. The Beastmen seem to be just trying to group up and deal with a couple of the Nurgle on the front-hand side, but, oh hey, they are pushing back now on the front line. I think if I were him, I would try to get Orgrimmar to stand up as quickly as possible, but you know what? Whatever works. Oh, hey,
God,
look at that.
Blitzing.
Blitzing, not getting the hit, unfortunately, but he is going to move him, and
Incoming.
Orgrimmar is back up, and with Frenzy, he's able to hit Lorenzo with the Defender Stumble, and
Lorenzo,
that's
no!
an armor break.
Oh.
That is a KO on Lorenzo. Orgrimmar getting right up and fucking someone up with his mighty blow. I think, like I said, it's going to be difficult, but if he can get the knockdowns, every single one of them has to make an impact. And you know what? If we get more of those, the Beastmen have a chance. Oh. Oh boy.
Oh, he's
Well,
fine.
Tendley Tusk, Rhyny Beard, and Roger are definitely going to fuck with Sangor.
Wait,
I'm sorry, Sangor are gonna fuck with Roger.
Are you,
Yeah, they're gonna
okay.
bully him off the pitch.
Okay, so the difference between the Beastmen. Some of them look like, well, cows that are slightly human, and the other ones are like, oh dear God, what did you eat?
Yeah. Or what ate you?
You do not want to, you don't want to get, maybe stay away from those burgers.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Maybe stay away from that McMurdy's special. Oh, and we got another hit.
They sell Pestigore burgers? That sounds
I-
horrifying.
That sounds like something that only the oh. Yeah, you know what? My undead team has ordered those from time to time. I get it now.
No.
Hey, I don't get it, but I get it. Anyways, oh.
Oh, well,
Okay.
rip Mashnagor.
A skull into a bolt down, but the enemy had block, unfortunately, so there he goes. And that's a turnover. But I gotta give it to Sports. He put in the friggin' effort this turn, and he's at least contending now. The
Yeah.
cage is still very much intact. He wasn't able to capitalize on the stun, but he's working.
Yeah, this is a weird spot to be in. You are so heavily out, like not like skill as in good at the game, but like as in like player skills. You are so far behind. I mean, so many of your players have tackle, and there's one dodge player I think on this team. Oh, where's that Pestigore? Oh no, is it Dan? No, it's not Dan. Who has
It's. It seems like if the. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. God, what was in those fish bites?
probably skink shit.
I'd choose not to think about that. Anyway.
Well, too late. You're thinking about it now.
Okay, first off, fuck you. Second of all, you're probably right. Third of all, anyway. We've got a blitz from Victor going on to Krynagor. And it seems to have come off with an armor break.
Ow.
Oof. And with that, Krynagor has been stunned.
Turns out, having horns does not make you immune to being horned. If only that's how that worked.
I believe that's called the Horny Clause. Anyway. Alright, so he's choosing where to move Victor at the time, for the time being. I don't know about closing up that cage, but... Okay, once again, he manages to get a hit. Thomas getting the hit on Tully Tusk. Nothing comes of it, but he does get the knockdown, so that's good.
Yeah, these Nurgle warriors are scary.
Oh, yeah. I think the one thing that Sports
Oh, he's
may
potatoing.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is exactly what Sports is going to want to try and prevent. He's going to want to try and prevent people from slithering into his defenses, but at the same time, the Nurgle have good enough agility that ball play is not out of the picture for them.
They do have three, like most, like the Beastmen have 3 agility. The Marauders do too. So like it's not entirely out of the question. It's just not a play that you like making.
Mhm.
Also, this ball is about to get sacked, like immediately.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure why.
This is the time for Sports to capitalize. He's moving a couple of them in to deal with Orgrimmar. Honestly, with Steve having a Nurgle warrior and a Minotaur... I'm sorry, not a Minotaur, and a Pestigore to back him up. Unfortunately, the push going up against Stand Firm doing nothing, but he's got a 1-die on the Minotaur.
Yeah, I mean it's not great. Like 1 dies with block or meh. I mean, you have 4 Beastmen now that are capable of immediately dealing with this ball carrier. This is not gonna go well.
Well, bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him.
Not my name.
Bold strategy, Eiley. Let's see how it plays out for him. On the one hand, he's got 2 Beastmen on the right-hand side of the field, Reinybeard and Sangor. Good of him to be moving them back over towards the center.
I'm a little disappointed, though. Tristan has been moving the ball really well. This is not what I was promised. I was promised murder.
It seems we're going to be getting some of that now. Now he's sending what appears to be probably 2 Beastmen right on the front line. Yep, he's going to blitz the ball carrier.
Uh-oh.
And he gets a successful knockdown.
Run, Nathan!
Nothing comes of it, but the ball does. Oh, that is not a roll I would try to... Yep.
You've got pro, you're fine.
The ball now right on the edge of the pitch. Anybody who goes for it probably going to run the risk of being surfed or at the very least knocked down.
I mean, you can get the ball and leave, so it's doable.
True. All right.
I
We got
sweat.
Winston.
Okay, I'm sorry. Death, destruction. I didn't realize he hated I sweat that much.
Well, I Sweat managed to successfully knock down Winston, so, you know, a level 1 knocked down a level 3, so that is some brutal I Sweat. It seems Orgrimmar is going after Roger, successfully knocking him down. So the Minotaur is fighting his way around, well, 3 enemies. Both the little guys have been hit, one knocked down, the other moved. But, yeah, now Steve is in a much better position to
Steve has
get
his
moving
choice.
if he wants.
Steve has his choice of where he wants to go. The fact is that he's got 3 movement and that he's not going anywhere near the ball. Like, at this point, you're probably locking down two Chaos Warriors.
If I were him, I would try and move one of my robbers a bit closer to the ball. It is just on the edge of rotting range.
What?
Sorry, the Nurgle Warriors. I'm not the most familiar with all of these units yet. I apologize for that. But
Yeah,
if you take a
Nurgles.
look at... But if you do take a look at the
Not
range...
who I would have blamed. Oh, no.
Okay, I'm going to put a hold on that. Steve, the Beast of Nurgle, is going to be blitzing. And he does knock down the Minotaur, once again stunning him.
Is he gonna... Oh, no.
And he's piling on.
Ugh.
Orgrimmar the Minotaur has been injured. Badly hurt, nothing long-lasting, but that Minotaur is out for the game if he does an apothecary.
No,
And
he's
he
not gonna...
did.
You might as well save it for... I kind of get why, like, the Minotaur is kind of a liability against a team with a lot of block. Because Frenzy sucks for that.
Yeah.
So you might as well save it for, like, a more important Beastman that you
Oh
really
my
can't
God.
afford to lose.
Now Steve is going without an equal in this game.
I mean, Steve has no equals anyway. He's Steve.
You know what I mean. Now the Nurgle have a big boy, while the Beastmen sadly do not. That piling on just wrecked Sports' day.
Yeah, it did.
On the flip side, his Beastmen are in such a position that it's going to be difficult to move the ball. They're going to have to fight their way through. And even then, their positioning makes it so that it's not going to be easy. They'd have to trigger a domino effect, and even then that's likely going to be on a 1-die, except in this case. And he successfully knocks him down.
Yeah, so getting this ball is already really hard for both teams. Because both teams have a lot of people just sitting next to the ball. I mean, that helps a little bit. But
Yeah.
now Paul has a 2-die block on the Craggy Antler. And Nathan can stand up.
Yeah, I was wondering why he didn't stand Nathan up from the beginning. He's probably not getting the ball, but it only serves to help hinder the enemy team.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
the whole point. Uh-oh.
And now Paul going after Craggy Antler. Unfortunately,
Get him, Paul.
sticking with the push.
Paul!
He's pushed both Beastmen back a bit. So now it is next turn. It looks like if the fight goes Tristan's way, he could grab the ball and slip right by Sports, and I don't think he's going to have the numbers to be able to recover that.
Okay, so this is the Chaos v Nurgle, Matt. I don't know how much you know about Warhammer, but Nurgle is a
Enlighten me.
Chaos God.
Oh.
Okay. So, like, I have to question, like, how much of the, how do I describe this?
The
This isn't
ethics of
civil-
this?
Yeah, the antics, or, like, in general, why,
Oh, shit.
uh-oh, that ball's going loose. Goodbye, ball.
Enemy has...
Forward.
Oh. One of the
No,
Beastmen
let it
has
go, let it
blitzed. Wow. All right. So for all of you at home, Craggy Antler just blitzed Nathan onto the ball. The ball flew over. Unfortunately, didn't land in Craggy's hands, but landed in Sangor right behind him. So now the Beastmen have control of the ball, and it appears as though Sports is going to do everything he can to build a good fighting line around it.
I'm disappointed. I was not promised ball play. I was promised murder. I have
As
not
was
been-
I.
I have not gotten said murder.
Oh, that's a bolt down, but neither have blocked, so not a bad way to end the turn, especially considering Anthony, the Nurgle warrior, has been stunned.
Wait, is Anthony the one with claw, or is he the brand new one? He's the brand new guy. Never mind.
He is the newbie, such as to be expected from noobs.
Oh god.
You ate the fish bits too?
No. Yes.
Hypocrite.
No, it's called lying. That's different. Okay, so can we just talk about the stupid mutations for a second? Like, look at these.
Those tentacles don't look stupid to me, and I would not walk up to any of these people and say their mutations are stupid, because I'm afraid of what their mutations would do to me.
Tentacles, tentacles.
Oh, no. I'm not afraid of... I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. I'm afraid of being murdered Doc Ock style.
No. Whoa, slow down there.
Hey, I'm afraid of being murdered Doc Ock style. I don't know where your brain was going. Anyway, it looks like Steve is in a position where he might actually want to move closer, if for no other reason than to make his disturbing presence start messing with the enemy team in the event that they try to do some ball play.
Yeah.
Highly unlikely, but still.
Oh, you're gonna have to reroll that.
Out the gate, Felix trying to
There
blitz
you
the
go.
enemy with the reroll, successfully blitzing the ball carrier. That's gonna fuck with Sports' day. The ball is out of his hands, but unfortunately
not,
he's only further in Sports' zone. Oh, and yep, he tries to make a dodge, and the Beastman stops him in his tracks. Results in a turnover. That was an interesting turn, but for Sports, it came off pretty well. Honestly, the less that happened that turn, the better it would be for Sports.
Yeah, it's...
Now he's in a position to surf one of the Nurgles and also get the ball back with little competition. Okay, now less so on both of those actions. But he's still got a decent amount of beastmen there, so I'd say a brawl isn't totally out of the picture. Oh, my god. Okay. That
He still
worked.
got it, guys. He still got it. So, question. Who do you think smells worse? Is it the rotting flesh? Or just regular, like, cowman BO?
Well, I think it's safe to say the worst smelling player is the guy who just got surfed on the Nurgle team, because now he smells like normal plus whatever's on the bottom of these people's shoes. Have you seen what's around this field? There's a lot of farms.
What's normal if you're a pestigore? Like, that's...
Eye-watering vomit smell.
I'm
Right,
not sure if that's better or worse. Oh, no.
And Mashnagor going after Thomas, getting the reroll to avoid a bolt down, defender stumble, and an armor break. Looks like it's just a stun.
That wasn't murder.
Yeah, I really want to see more. I want to see more KOs, injuries, and just plain a death or two.
Yeah, what's this BS about not having any deaths? What's
I don't
hilarious
know.
is you can stand up Paul here, and it cuts out all of these tackle zones.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So then you get a 2-die blitz with Felix.
Seems that Sports is going to be trying to do... foul appearance. Doing its thing.
You ever just fart and have somebody stop doing whatever awful thing they're about to do to you? That's Thomas right now.
All right, it appears that Steve is on the move. He has now moved in. He is now alongside 2 of his fellow Nurgles, going up against 3 Beastmen. And you've got 2 other... You got a Rotter and a Pestigore on the back line that probably should be getting in on the action too. And he's going right into the fight, pushing the Beastman back a bit. Ah, good move, good move. Now it's going to be a lot harder for the Beastman to fight him.
A little bit. That Beastman is now free to do whatever. No!
Oh boy.
You could have blitzed that ball.
And now with 2 of the Nurgle team members up near the ball carrier, it's not going to be too hard for the Beastman to fight him off.
So...
Oh, another failed dodge.
Why?
Yeah,
This
you
was
have to
so
reroll
easy
that.
for you, though, if you did it the other way.
Ooh.
I don't think he wanted to risk the other way. I'm not sure if that would have merited a going for it, but that probably
The
would have
other
been
way
easier
doesn't
than
merit a
this.
going. No, if you stand up Paul and then you blitz with Felix onto Sangor, that's a 2-die. You
Oh.
didn't need to make this stupid dodge check.
Well, check and mate, I suppose.
Rip.
All right, they're going
happens.
right into it. Tenley Tusk going after Paul, knocking the Rodder on his ass.
Ow. Rip,
And-
Paul.
I'm looking forward to the eventual fight that's going to be Victor and Tolly Tusk just sitting there on the left. Oof!
Why isn't that murder?
Jesus Christ, another stun.
I feel cheated.
Death the Chaos Warrior, moving in closer. Pretty much right next to the ball carrier.
Okay, no, Death isn't even living up to his name. He deserves to be fired.
Oh, shit. And Sangor running off to the far right. That's a bit of a gamble, considering the number of Nurgle people over there. Okay. This is interesting, but if the brawl rolls can make it worth it.
Belphegor Deathlord, no!
Here it is, Craggy Antler getting the knockdown on Belphegor Deathlord the Rodder. Nothing comes of it except a knockdown. Now we have 3 Beastmen versus a Nurgle Warrior, another Nurgle Warrior, and whatever the fuck Steve is.
Steve
Foul.
is... I can only assume Steve is some kind of, like, horribly biomutated cucumber or something.
He looks like... I didn't want to say this, but he kind of looks like what happens when you have a really weird turd come out.
Steve, the turd of a god.
He scares me.
I'm more concerned about the red miasma on Belphegor Deathlord. Like, that's gotta be there all the time. Do you think it keeps him up at night? Does it give off light? Does it illuminate his room?
It certainly must make dating hard. And with that,
He's
we are
already got it
on...
hard enough.
We are on turn 7. Coach Tristan of the Nurgle. It is his turn. He's got his work cut out for him. Sports has admittedly pushed back and made it quite hard for him. Let's see how this plays out. Gonna need another Bloodweiser before the end of all this.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need one of those too. Oh no,
Oh,
is it gonna happen?
And Steve gets a knockdown on Craggy Antler. No armor break once again. A lot of
Is there murder
knockdowns.
time?
Is he gonna pile on? That's the question. Apparently
I
not.
don't think he is. Oh yes, he is. Okay.
He is!
Oh.
Steve
No!
getting nothing on that one too. This is unfriggin' fortunate.
Steve, you tried so hard.
All right.
Oh, look out, I Sweat, because apparently you're comparable to death and destruction.
I Sweat getting pushed back. Now Anthony, I'm thinking Anthony's going to hit destruction. Yup, and a successful knockdown. Let's hope the Nurgle Warrior makes some blood. Just another knockdown. But you know what? Even without the injuries and whatnot, this is still pretty reasonable for the Nurgle.
I feel so cheated right now. I was promised murder.
We'll bribe a wizard to drop an accidental Thunderbolt onto the field next game, all right?
Accidental, you can make it on purpose.
Yeah, this is Blood Bowl. All right.
Neither of them bought a wizard, so...
Tolly Tusk getting knocked over by Victor right on the edge of the pitch. And we have a blitz attempt, but once again, that dodge not coming off. The Nurgle are having a really rough time with that.
Yeah, dodging is... I mean, this is a 5-up, I think. That's what,
Suffice
6
to
minus 3 plus 3. Yeah, it's a 5-up, because he's got 2 heads.
Okay. Sangor... let me count the spaces. If he makes both going for its next turn, they can score. It's hard, but I honestly think Sports has the potential to do it.
Sangor, notably different than Zangor. That is a Beastman of Zinch.
I think he might have to stand up Tolly Tusk and risk the surf just to keep those two at bay for a bit.
I mean, neither of them are getting this ball.
True.
So, like, it's probably fine. Uh-oh.
Here comes the blitz.
Foul
appearance.
appearance!
Oh, the
No!
reroll coming off and going into a defender down. Are we going to see some blood? Just another knockdown, unfortunately, but still good. And
What
we got
is
one
this
more.
crap?
We got one more roll. I Sweat pushing Anthony back. Yeah, not a lot of blood this game, but you gotta hand it to sports. This was one hell of a turnaround.
It has been a hell of a turnaround. Which makes me all the more frustrated.
Tristan. I wonder how the coaches are gonna respond. I guess that'll really just come down to whether or not sports can pull off a point by the end of the first half. Oh, and
No,
really stupid.
Steve!
Keeping Steve on the ground.
I can
That's
hear
the only
Tristan's from here.
That is the only that is the only disadvantage that I can see to the piling on. That really stupid.
Piling, I mean, it also takes away your tentacles, so like piling on a beast of Nurgle is not a good idea, but it's hilarious.
Very true. All right, we got Victor moving in, probably going to try and fuck with Sangor in some way, but unless he can get a unit directly onto Sangor and try to stop him, yeah, it's not going to be good.
You could try to dodge with Belphegor Deathlord like 3 times.
You could. You could. Honestly, you'd probably have to manage at least 2 dodge rolls and then a blitz, but that's really all he's got left unless he just wants to bully around the Beastmen.
It would be 3 dodges and 2 going for it.
He does not have much in the way of advantageous fighting right now. The 3 Nurgle warriors are right there by the Chaos warriors, but
I think it's time for Belphegor Deathlord to shine.
I think you may be right. Oh, we got another push. I Sweat getting knocked back. I think he's going to try and exhaust every other option of hitting someone before this is over. A lot of pushes of this game. I agree. This is starting to get a tad annoying.
Give me death.
And here we are. Belphegor Deathlord. The rotter that no one saw.
The rotter that also didn't blitz, which makes me sad.
Well, I think he's just... I think he thought there was better odds of knocking someone down than stopping the ball. That's how I were to think that.
The chances of making that dodge were like 0.
All sports needs to do is manage 2 going for it.
Hey!
And he does! All right, we are at a 0-1. Durgle to Nurgle, unfortunately, still stuck at 0, but Sports Dog managing to pull it out.
He has no eyes.
Oh, God.
Oh, no! Oh, God, no. No. And we're going down to the pitch so we can go yell at sports.
I'll meet you there. Let me go to the...
Why? Why those cheerleaders?
There's nothing wrong with the orcs. What's
There's
wrong
everything wrong with the orcs.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the orcs.
There's nothing wrong. We both have that as our cheerleaders. What's wrong with that?
It's
I
fine,
mean, on my
just went to
goblin
the
team,
back.
I have it on my goblin team, but not on my Nurgle team.
I hate you so much.
What?
So how you guys feeling after that? That was a
It
really
was
odd
not-
half.
We had a lot of fun, honestly.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
We've been
glad
having
you
a good
did.
time.
I'm very sad that there has been no murder yet.
Me too, but also I'm happy my Minotaur didn't die.
Yeah.
Oh,
we-
I wanted him to die.
Nah.
Honestly, I think it's because our teams are exactly the same, except for very slight differences. That we're not actually really aiming to murder each other. We all agree it's gonna happen, and we all moved past it.
I gotta say, well done, Sports. I thought Tristan had you in the first quarter, not gonna lie, but you turned it right around.
Yeah. I thought I wasn't gonna make it for a touchdown,
But hey,
got
you
lucky.
pulled it off.
I figured I needed 2 going for it, so with those 2 rolls of those things.
Mm-hmm.
On Astrogranite, no less, which is...
And congratulations, you managed to not roll a 1 4 times.
I am
That is
quite
more than
happy
I can
on
ever
that.
say I've done.
Fangor did all he needed to do there.
Yeah, props to Sangor.
Why doesn't he have eyes?
Yeah, why doesn't he?
He likes being blind.
He likes
Oh, it's his
being
choice.
blind.
His
Yeah,
choice.
It's his choice.
Well, okay then.
You hear that, folks? Whenever somebody says they're blind, blame them for it.
Anything to declare before we head back up for the second half?
I'm planning to win. That's all I have.
Any retort for that?
I'm planning to hurt people.
What about pancakes?
Oh well, that's only if I murder any of these players.
His men are
Okay.
too ugly for pancakes, honestly.
Hey,
no, they
how
are
dare
not.
you?
It's
Steve
not.
is a wonderful patisserie chef.
It's not foul appearance, okay? It's that they're so beautiful that they can't be touched.
Okay, you should probably talk to the person who named that skill then.
Yeah.
I'll
must
go
have-
find them and I'll go yell at them about it.
Why? Because they have 5 senses?
Durgle to Nurgle. Durgle to Nurgle is made of people who are beautiful on the inside, except for Belphegor. He is a horrible monster.
Beautiful on the inside. Figuratively, not literally. They are named Rotters, after all.
And... Okay.
You're gonna hurt Paul's feelings.
I'm sure his intestinal tract is
It's
very
not.
beautiful.
It's not like Steve already hurt my organ or anything.
You know what? Who am I to judge? My team is gradually becoming more and more prison cell inmates.
You do not have you don't have much ground to stand on, do you?
I'll have less as time passes. We just got a guy named the Snitch for crying out loud. At the very least, Steve makes pancakes for his team.
It makes you feel better. All my warriors are named after something death-like.
I sweat.
I don't
And
know.
it looks like the half is starting. We should probably head back up now.
Yes.
All right, good luck, have fun, you two, and may the best murderer win.
Good
This'll
old
be
may the
interesting.
best murderer win.
Yeah. So far, we've had only one injury, and it was on the... Granted, it was on the biggest boy. But come on, I want to see some blood.
Yeah, same here.
This is
Oh,
gonna
how
be...
could I forget? The third horseman of the apocalypse. I sweat.
Ugh.
And lo, the Lord saith, there shall be sweat in everybody's eyes. Oh, good God, Paul.
Durgle to Nurgle, extra team roll. That'll be useful. Oh, that's not so useful.
It's great for Nurgle.
Puts sports in a bit of a bind. I mean, there are worse places the ball could have fallen in terms of close to the line, but...
Yeah. Oh, I
Blitz
see.
out the gate.
Okay.
All right, Tentacles is down. Thomas the Tentacle Engine.
No.
Someone's got to keep the Nurgle promise. You simply must meet Thomas. Another knockdown. Destruction living up to his name.
If by destruction you mean doing a fucking kickflip.
I gotta say. Oh, damn. This is a really good start for sports. 3 knockdowns
Yeah,
on
he
as many
committed to
block
the
rolls.
line, and Tristan didn't. And now Tristan's getting punished for that.
Oh, God, yes. Steve may be the only one standing by the end of this on the line.
I don't think he's going to be standing much longer.
Yes, looks like he's setting it up for Sangor to knock him down. Yeah, he's now doubling down on the line, especially since the ball's right there.
Oh god, and it's the claw. Oh! Oh!
He's too beautiful to touch, Eiley.
Yeah, but this was the claw guy too. So like, nice
Oh.
armor 9, you fool. You're treated like you got armor 7 against claw.
A loose ball is a dangerous ball.
Yes, yes it is.
And he got the pickup. This is a really solid defense for sports. At least given what he's up against.
Yeah, that's fair, because it's like... I mean, Steve isn't hitting anything. He's getting 1 dies across the board.
Mm-hmm. And the few that were on the front line are now knocked down behind him. So now he's going to have to deal with the 3 guys on the same line as Steve just to get back on the front line.
Yeah, it's like Felix and Victor are in good spots for this, honestly, because Felix can get in and tie up a couple tackle zones. Which means that Steve can get a 2 die onto one of these players and kind of force his way into the cage. where he will be subsequently pummeled, but...
I think a good general strat here would probably be to get his Pestigors up to help on the front line ASAP.
Yeah.
Because at the very least, he needs to double up his presence to give them a fighting chance. Wouldn't make many dodge checks. Those haven't been working well for the Nurgle, but here we freaking go.
Yeah, dodging in Nurgle is not a thing that you usually do.
Mm-hmm. And it's even less of a likely strategy when the enemy has tentacles.
No, Steve!
And Loner preventing that reroll, and really stupid coming off.
And all those tackle zones are now gone, and there's no reroll. Which
I
means
see you
all
had
of these
tackle
guys are free to move as they see fit.
I see you had tackle zones, and you're gone.
And they're gone.
Oh, coming out with a blitz. Gonna try and get the right-hand side. Oof.
Oh, rip Mashnagor.
F. Whew.
This is such a weird match. Like,
It is definitely not what I expected.
you would think that when you have so many skills that don't matter, like there's 4 tackle players on the pitch for Chaos right now. Sorry, for sports, since Nurgle is also technically a Chaos guy. Shut up! It's not the Chaos team.
You had some pent-up aggression against certain people.
Only the ones in my head. So
You too.
yeah. So already you're down like 4 skills because they don't mean anything, and then all your Chaos Warriors don't really have skills either.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow he's still winning this. Like it's also just because he's playing better. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tristan
Right.
trying to run the ball up the left side. There was no reason to leave the ball carrier exposed like that. You didn't have to do that. I mean, I get why he did it. He wants to end the drive sooner, and so there can be more murder. Obviously.
Jeez, a lot of pushing in this game.
Yeah, because who doesn't want more murder?
Goddamn right. All right. Here we go.
Roger, no! Roger,
And
no!
that's an armor break. Once again, a stun.
Okay, you can kill everybody else, but you can't kill Roger.
We'll be thankful Roger was only stunned then.
Okay.
I was about to say, what happened to more blood for the blood god?
This isn't a quarantine. It's just Chaos United, so Korn is a part of that.
Hey, can I get another Bloodweiser? What? Union. Ugh. Guess I'll have to go get my own after the game.
F.
Okay. Pretty decent defensive cage for sports. Looks like the Nurgle are a bit scrambled.
Wait a minute, they can't unionize. The players can't even unionize.
Apparently the Skaven can unionize, specifically because they're impossible to bust up from having union meetings because they're so fucking fast. Oh, successful knockdown on Steve.
Foul him. It's
There
time
is
for him
enough.
to die.
There are enough players around him that a foul is pretty viable.
I mean, it just gets a
Ooh.
player off the pitch. One dies with no block. Yeah, that's begging for something bad to happen. Unless you're sports, then they always work.
Or Adam, where the motto of his team might as well be, we're gonna do some random shit, and Nuffle's gonna be okay with it.
We're gonna
And
do some
Nuffle-
things, and we're gonna just let Nuffle sort it all out.
And Nuffle just sits up there looking at the stack of paperwork Adam gives him every game, just like, you know what? I could look through all this, or I could just stamp yes on all of it. And that's how a lot of his plays go down. Meanwhile, over here, we've got roughly the same thing happening. Except it's happening to both teams. On everything except dodge rolls. I don't think there's been a single successful dodge this game.
There hasn't.
I think even Nuffle's trying to get some blood going here. Just saying, punch each other, no dodging.
It's just a wreck. Like, especially for the Nurgle team. Like, the Nurgle team is so disadvantaged right now. Just from superior positioning.
Yeah.
There's no easy way to get into this cage. I also find it strange that the ball didn't move. I mean, I get why you didn't move the ball, but
They'd be having an easier time if they just weren't landing so many pushes.
yeah, that's a big part of this. There's so many pushes this game.
Well.
Huh? You're a robot. What did they put in your drink?
Lock coming off for the better.
Are you okay? You were a robot there for a second.
Yeah, you were a robot there for a second for me too. Yeah, I'm fine.
What did they put in that drink?
Let me take a look. Nothing aside from the usual dancing goblins.
Is warpstone listed as an ingredient?
Let me take a look. It's actually 0.5% warpstone.
That would explain a few things.
Yeah, I guess it would. And also the fact that I regularly ingest a whole bunch of Bloodweiser on a daily basis.
Wait, what?
I highly doubt that's going to actually affect my voice long term. I mean, what are the odds of that?
What are the odds of magical uranium screwing up your voice forever?
Anyways, back to the game. Or rather, back to the fight. Okay.
Is that ball gonna go loose? It might.
We're about to find
No,
out.
it's not. Okay.
Well, the Nurgle are actually getting a bit closer. That is an armor. Hey, we got a KO.
That's not murder.
It's not murder, but it's more than a stun.
Makes me so mad.
It's not just, oh, I'm going to kick you and you're going to go flying over to get up next turn. So I'm happy. I feel like there'd be a lot more blood if the Minotaur wasn't injured.
The Minotaur has been the only source of blood by nature of injured.
Yeah, but he's also one of the big boys. I feel like we'd be getting more blood if he was still around.
It would just be Steve beating the crap out of him.
Maybe. Honestly, I feel like if he got the right positioning off, that frenzy could have been very useful.
Yeah, but you have to position very carefully with Frenzy. Also, Tristan is playing this very well. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna keep putting pressure on you.
Yeah, he's definitely making a comeback.
I'm not gonna dedicate
swing.
completely because I know better than to do that.
Tristan's definitely learning from the first half.
Oh, now the ball's being moved. Oh no.
Oh, that's
no.
risky. If you get the tentacle guy up, then the odds of the dodge coming off to get there are a lot better, but...
I mean, you can definitely do like what this is doing right now. Also, dodge 2 heads is so annoying.
And dodge tentacles.
What do you mean dodge tentacles?
It just looks... I know it doesn't really do much, but, you know... Tentacles.
Yeah, tentacles are pretty fun. Also, that second head is strange looking. Do you think they have to feed that?
I don't know. All I know is...
It's connected to the same body.
All I know is when McMurdy's has its special 2-for-1 deal on their meals, they probably take advantage. Yeah,
Maybe.
hello, 2 please.
That means that there's also a second intestinal tract running up, or maybe it just goes all into the same stomach, which would probably...
I'd imagine it all goes to the same place, just like you or me. Let's give them a tad bit of normalcy. Okay, I'm thinking Eye Sweat's gonna hit Steve. That's just a theory.
Eye Sweat.
But foul appearance may once... I'm sorry. Too beautiful may once again prevent injury. Gotta be politically correct. God forbid I'm not.
It's not being politically correct. It's the truth.
Okay, then when the game's over, go up to Steve and hug him.
It's actually funny. That's what the Beast of Nurgle does, is he goes around hugging people.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's just in Blood Bowl or if it's in fantasy battles as a whole, but there's like a running gag that beasts of Nurgle are basically puppies. That's like their mentality. So they go around trying to find friends and playing with them, and then when they inevitably die because Beast of Nurgle.
Yeah. It's like a giant being nice and kind, but every time he hugs somebody, he crushes them. Okay.
That wasn't murder.
It wasn't murder, but it was smart of Steve. Also, you'd think there'd be more murder given the fact that that tongue probably hits like a whip.
Yeah, and it's covered in poxy awfulness.
I really hope that, you know, Blood Bowl teams may not have unions, but I hope they at least have good medical insurance.
They clearly don't. Have you seen my apothecaries?
I mean from disease. Obviously not from brute force. Oh, hey, a stun.
I mean, they kind of have to. Like, Nurgle is a thing, so...
Okay, we got a blitz coming
the
off. Ooh. Oh, 2 pushes
well,
into 2.
you can push him that way. You can get a 1-die now.
Well,
You're really that gung-ho on it. Well, you
like,
should probably murder the claw guy first. Or, okay.
oh my god. And it came off.
Oh, no. No!
Another stun.
That's not murder.
Disturbing presence.
It's a
Fucking
6-up
with
to
the
try to
cash.
catch that stupid ball.
There is a chance that the Nurgle, if they play their cards right, could grab that ball and run with it.
Oh, no. Paul sees the ball. He's going for it.
He reminds me of someone I know. No, he doesn't. Nah, you're right, he doesn't.
Baldy! Get out of the stands!
Hey, he likes watching the games. Alright,
No,
so
he
the first
doesn't.
successful dodge roll of the game.
Oh,
And block. Resulting in yet another freaking stun.
gonna put you on hold, Destruction.
Ooh.
That wasn't the claw guy, which is the one that you really wanted to kill there.
And another KO! I'm happy, and I punch the man who says I'm not.
Is that why you're happy? Is that you go around punching people? I mean, that makes me happy too, but...
See, Isla gets it.
Yeah.
Alright, all we got left is Belphegor Deathlord. Wonder what he's gonna do. There's no blitz, so... Probably just getting into position to help beat someone up.
Probably.
Or,
No, he's gonna be the safety. Okay.
yeah, pretty smart all things considered.
Oh no! Nathan, look out! Behind
Garen.
you! Watch your ass!
Oh boy. That's not watching your ass, Nathan. There we go. Now we're getting some KOs. I like to think that a KO is just internal Blood Bowl. Because there's got to be some internal bleeding.
I mean, their bellies are pretty bloated. It might be filled with blood. Oh, he
And-
failed dodge.
And yet another failed dodge roll.
And the dodge, like, skill reroll also failed.
Yep,
That's just the end of the turn.
yep. And Steve with his block proving to be an infallible tool. Yeah, teaching Steve how to block was just really hard. We lost 3 trainers, but it's paid off.
That,
Do you
of
think
course,
he-
coming from the Durgle to Nurgle special interview edition of Spike magazine.
Do you think he learned how to block by trying it with his frying pan?
He might have.
Because, you know, it's a little known fact, but Steve is quite the avid pancake maker.
It's not even just that. He's also just a very good chef in general, according to Tristan.
Which is ironic, given the fact that his giant disease-ridden tongue hangs out in front of him at all times.
Yeah.
That's like an
Yeah.
award-winning, critically acclaimed film being about a rat in a kitchen.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah.
Mashnagor
Wait.
watched his ass.
Wait, you've never heard of Scatatui? You should see that. It's a really good. I watch it every time it's on Cabal Vision. Ooh, that's a pickup you reroll. Oh, come on. What?
Nothing. It's fine. I'm fine.
Look, you just gotta chain a wizard up and make sure that they record the next time it's on TV.
I'll remember to watch Scatatui the next time it comes online.
Alright, he's getting his guys up. Definitely gonna try to recover the ball. It would have been really great if Victor had managed to get that ball.
Yeah, that would have been super important. Looks like Anthony is just gonna go backwards and do Anthony things.
Do Anthony things.
Which is very much so nothing, because he's just a strength 4 player, that's about it.
Which is just sit there with a bloated belly and make the area smell awful. Oh, and we have a blitz.
Incoming! Victor!
Victor gets knocked down. And once again, oh, you know, that might actually be worth the reroll.
Nah, it's not. Because it's free.
Yeah, that's true. Getting further away from everyone. And he gets it.
Yeah, you don't reroll that because then when you go to pick it up, you...
Wow.
Why would you take going for it on Astro Granite? Stop it. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Poor bastard.
That kills people!
That
That's why you have it! So you murder them.
that may have cost him the second point, or at least it may have cost him preventing a point on Tristan's end.
Yeah, we might see good old Paul here throw the ball.
I think Paul might just grab it, toss it to Roger, and I don't think Roger can make it to the end zone. No, he can with the going for it. But yeah, this is very much open for Tristan to one-turn this shit.
I don't even know if you try to throw the ball that far.
I mean,
I guess you kind of have to. You have to get rid of this ball if you pick it up with Paul.
he can move in a bit from where he is to make it at least a mid-range pass. And they're
moving 5, 1, 2, 3.
and if
4,
he's got
5,
the
you move
reroll.
1 space closer.
Oh, yep,
Go,
Paul's on the
Paul.
move. Here we go. Extra arms coming off.
It's a 2-up to pick up the ball with a rudder.
Oh, those odds have fucked me before. Yeah, he seems to be. Yep, right
he's gonna,
there.
Oh
no! You gotta reroll that.
Stop going for it! You're now in an enemy tackle zone. It's harder for you to pass.
I didn't see that coming, but here we are anyway.
Maybe he doesn't even throw the ball yet. Maybe he just leaves it with Paul.
I'm thinking that may be the case. He may just want to clear out this zone, hand it off to Roger, and then Roger takes it in. It's not the worst strategy, honestly, considering throwing is not in either of these teams' repertoires.
I mean, having
they
Steve
can,
really
but...
stupid is super bad for you, though.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, you need to bring Belphegor Deathlord in to help with, death.
Oh. Roger coming in to help.
Wait, no! Why would you do that?
I don't know how he knocked him there, but here we are.
He's gonna stand up and blitz you, or...
Unless he gets a KO. Holy crap. The luck. I gotta give him props.
No, Roger, no! Roger, I'm gonna clutch this, guys.
That could have majorly backfired, and it didn't. I gotta give him the props.
This is gonna super backfire when Mashnagor moves in. You gotta bring Belphegor Deathlord in now.
You gotta move him in to do some covering right this very minute. Okay.
Yeah, exactly like that. And you even took a going for it.
You know what? It came off for him. Oh.
Death's going down.
And there goes Death.
There goes Death!
There goes Death. You know, this ain't as bloody as injuries, but goddamn if it's not entertaining.
Yeah, this is hilarious. And now Mashnagor is going to run in there and blitz the crap out of this guy.
I think we're looking at a tie. Because goddamn, this has been... It took a while for us to get here, but sure enough, we're seeing some brutality.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Hey!
You know what? You just might take that both down, honestly.
Now you take the push because claw is a thing, but I guess that's fine too because you just knocked out the claw player. Oh man, when he levels, he's totally getting Mighty Blow, right? Like, claw plus Mighty Blow? Oh jeez.
That's a bit brutal.
There's a
Pretty much
reason. There's a reason it
guaranteed.
was defining of the game. You don't need that. You get +1 strength for horns.
Well,
Why are
here
you
we go.
like this? You might have to
I don't
take
know
that-
if you
You
both
might have to
down
take that
that.
both down. Yep.
There it is. Ball's out of his hands, but still pretty much in the Nurgle area. Yeah, and... Wow. Well, let's see how they handle this. And he just gets right back up.
Paul. He gets knocked down, but he gets up again.
Because you're never going to keep him down.
Yeah.
You think Steve's going to get the ball? I think it would be hilarious if Steve
I've
got
seen
the ball.
Steve get the ball. It's horrifying.
Touchback.
Yes.
Yes! It's like when the top,
no.
God rest his soul,
Is it
got the
time?
ball. I think it's time. I think it's time. Come on, don't let me down. Don't let me down. You know
It is
you
not
need to.
time.
Come on.
He didn't do it.
No. I wanted to see a slug man crush a Minotaur. Oh, wait, I already did. I want to see a slug man crush a Chaos Warrior. And now there is no one on the ball, so the Nurgles pretty much have it open.
I guess you just take the ball and you run the fuck away.
Yeah, pretty much. He doesn't have any more rerolls, which is unfortunate. But hey, he doesn't need them anymore. Now we just need to get
Run.
Roger the F out of there.
Don't you
go
dare.
for it.
Don't
Do
you
not
dare.
go for it. We've seen what happens when you go for it. You have the turns. Just play this by the book. Okay, smart.
Yes, bring the Chaos Warrior. No!
I hold my breath.
It's not like, I mean, like, Ice Sweat can get to the ball, but you have to go against 2 different Tentacles players.
Krynagor gets knocked down.
He's not getting up again.
Not getting up again. What injury are we looking at here? Badly hurt. But hey, more blood.
More blood, yes. Always
Jesus
more
Christ. Yeah, the Beast men, they got wrecked this half, unfortunately. This was definitely a matter of Nuffle favoring sports just long enough.
Maybe. I kind of wanted to see Reinebeer get blitzed, because you kind of have to blitz that guy.
Mm-hmm. You know what? You know what? It was bound to happen. I honestly don't think the Beastmen can recover from that, even with that. There's just too many of them down.
Well, 2 heads is a thing.
Oh my god.
No, he can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
He got as close as he could.
Well,
And
Ice
now
Sweat could
Roger's gonna run
potentially
away.
blitz.
And I swear if Roger takes going for it,
Roger better not take going for it. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh,
you...
well,
Oh no, you couldn't blitz that.
bold strategy.
Not it being a 1-die. Good old 6-up tentacles and rip. Oh wow, he made the tentacles. He
made the
failed
tentacles,
the dodge.
Yeah. Whoopsie daisy. We're on turn 15. This game is almost up, and we got Tristan just fighting tooth and nail to make this a draw.
Alright, I think it's time for Lorenzo to blitz somebody.
I think it's more blood for the Blood God time.
Oh, now he's not blitzing anybody.
I get knocked down.
I mean, it's a
But I get up,
dodge,
yeah.
so like I get it, but like,
Because you're never going to keep me down.
oh, he's gonna blitz with that guy. Okay, don't you dare follow that.
Well, maybe he will, honestly. Who knows?
No, he's not. He's gonna run now.
Well,
Don't you dare take any going for it. I
you
swear.
just move straight ahead. Move straight ahead. Okay. Smart. Smart.
Plus, the going forwards
Smart.
don't really actually help you.
Yeah. You're either gonna get hit or you're not. He got a 3 on that. This is very concerning.
Well,
I mean, at least he's
that means he's
keeping
got 2
someone.
more then, right? Because he goes 2 and then 1, right?
He's keeping someone with disturbing presence on the ball carrier at all times, which is pretty smart.
No, Steve!
Watch, Steve gets horrifically injured. Nope.
No.
I keep telling. God damn it! This is an Astro Granite field. Why are you going for it? Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
You take that. You take that. Which means he needs to successfully pick up the ball, and he's got it. This is it. This is it.
Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be 2 going for it.
Oh
If he
my
does it with Roger.
God. He has to do it with Roger. Roger's the only
You
one
could
with decent
just
agility.
move Paul. Let Paul handle it. I mean, it was hilarious. I kind of hoped Steve was blitzing there too. That would have been super funny. I don't think he was.
Well, I think Tristan is
1, 2,
really
3.
thinking this through. He's got to get.
The
I'm
other
thinking.
option is to try to pick it up with Lorenzo.
What are you doing? Okay,
He's
never
worried.
too late.
Yes,
never too late for an injury.
Exactly.
Badly hurt. So at least no long-term injuries have been suffered here. But hey, I think a couple injuries is satisfactory.
Why does he got? I got to switch view for a second. He's got like Wolverine claws here.
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh jeez. Oh my gosh.
He got it.
Oh my gosh, Lorenzo.
And we have a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, Durgle to Nurgle and the Wisconsin
He
Devil
just
Bats.
killed the camera.
1-1.
He just.
Well, yeah, you said you wanted more blood. Oh, hey, look, not orcs.
Thank God. That would have been concerning.
That would have just been well, that would have just spat in our faces. And with that,
Go to
let's
the
head back down
coaches.
to the field.
It was amazing.
That was amazing.
That was the
Gentlemen.
most-
Was that
I told-
Lorenzo?
He told
Yeah,
me.
Lorenzo
told
did
me.
it.
Like, do you think Lorenzo can pick up this ball? I'm like, he's on top of the world. I bet you he could do anything.
Gentlemen, I've got to say, the first half was okay. The second half was amazing.
Oh, you mean on the Nurgle side of punching me and making me get knocked out every 2 seconds? Yeah, that was quite amazing.
Hey,
Hey.
you managed it in the first half, dude.
Well, I also managed it in the second half to almost stop him from scoring. but-
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. You fought him to the bitter end.
It was beautiful.
Hey,
It was
Ronnie
almost
got
a
it.
2-0 game too.
Really be mad.
Hot damn. Well done, everyone. This was an entertaining game.
Did anybody get any levels out of that or no?
No,
I don't. No, I don't think so.
no, we didn't get any levels.
You certainly
got
helped
that.
your units along.
I got my units along. That's for sure.
Yeah, Ronnie got closer to leveling again.
I'm gonna take a look at the official rate of success versus. Okay, so for Durgle to Nurgle, failure rate of dodge rolls. I'm sorry, the success rate of dodge rolls was 20%,
You made one at some
And-
point.
and the success rate of dodge rolls for the Wisconsin Devil Bats, 60%.
Yeah, it turns out
And
having
then
dodge and
Carl-
2 heads is better than just having 2
Yeah.
heads. Anyway, I think with that, we're probably going to wrap it up here. The top 4 teams of the league right now are in first place. We have Amazon, second place Kislev, third place Lizardmen, fourth place Humans. Those are your playoff teams.
Ooh.
This will be
Now-
quite fun. I get to go
now
beat
the-
the crap out of Dylan's team again.
Oh,
Now the
I am not
Wisconsin
looking
Devil
forward to
Bat.
that.
I
Now
am.
those Devil
I'm
Bats
looking
are
very much so forward to
going
that.
down to the minors.
Rip
Okay.
chaos.
You're gonna have quite a lot of
I
petty
mean, my
cash in that
Nurgles
fight.
are doing way better than my damn Goblins.
They have 3 draws and 4 losses.
You know, I think my goblins actually have 1 win and 1 draw. But you know,
No, then you win. Then the goblins are
Then the
going up
goblins
if
go
they have
out to
one
the
No.
majors.
win.
no,
If they have
no,
one win,
they
they go
can't
up.
come back. They can't.
Alright, I'm quite excited.
No,
about
the
that.
goblins do not have a win. They have 1 draw.
I'm quite
Oh,
excited
thank
for the
God.
vampires to
But
be
you
going.
also haven't played.
Oh.
You also haven't played your last match against Muggles.
This is gonna be one hell of a game.
So you should totally do that and get that win so that they can go to the majors.
No, I don't need them to come back.
Yes, you do. We all do. We need some more murder. Both
I
because
mean,
the goblins will murder people and that we will eventually just murder all the goblins.
I don't... My goblins. I lost so many good players in the goblin team. They're all level 1. I only have 2 level 3s and a bunch of level 2s that are gonna die because they are all injured.
Oh, also, by the way, good luck
Oh.
with your goblins fighting my vampires in majors next season. My vampires actually got really good.
Wait, I need to see how many murders they've inflicted. They've killed 5 players. How many kills have they sustained? 4? Okay. Wow, you're actually like death positive here.
For what?
In that he's had one less he's had 1 more murder than he has had death on his team. So he's
Really?
death
On the goblins?
positive.
You are actually
All
death
right,
positive.
I think we're gonna wrap it up here.
Amen to that.
I don't know what's gonna get broadcast on the next week because Ben's life is hell. Yay, senior seminar.
And with that, well, I'm Dylan. She's Eiley. This has been Tristan and Sports in their game, and good night, everybody.
Good night.
And good morning, Vietnam, because it's 8:45
Yeah.
a.m. there.
Honestly.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah, exactly.